As we're getting ready to celebrate our 10th anniversary party tonight, I thought I'd look back on expectations of when we started the firm, and of course, for those of us today, expectations of where the market might be headed. With tonight's event, it got me thinking, obviously, looking back on these last 10 years and some of the lessons that I've learned, and particularly those lessons I thought we all could use moving forward. For you as investors, you may say, what does this have to do with my plan and portfolios? Well, our company, our success, our community is intertwined. Your success is ours, your struggles are our struggles. The plans and portfolios you hope to undergird your family's financial success are the same things that are undergirding the success of this firm, and obviously how we take care of our families. And so again, as it should be, we are intertwined, our fates are tethered together as we move forward. Looking back over the last 10 years, really thought of three key lessons that I think are a little bit different than maybe my expectations when I started the company. Number one, success does not require the markets to do what I want when I want. After 27 years around in the industry, 10 years running this company, I've now lived many times firsthand, not only tough markets, but the old saying that markets are going to do whatever will surprise the most investors. The key then is really focusing again on a plan, and specifically that plan has little to no leverage and an appropriate amount of risk. And the reason those two things are so critical is if you get those two things right, you remove or release that time requirement for the markets to do something at a set period of time. And when you remove that and allow the markets to do what they will do over time, which again is help you and your financial fortunes move forward. Number two is understanding life can bring some big stresses. So in the time I've run the company personally, I've gotten married, I've had kids, sadly, obviously lost a child, had professional acquaintances not do the right thing by me or the firm, lots of different things. As you all have had things, and again, for many, many dear clients, gone through life events with them that we certainly empathized with. And again, the thing that has reinforced in a way very firsthand to me is that none of us go it alone. We all need those partners in our lives, particularly when those emotions get heightened, that along with, in this case, our investment lives, our professional lives, don't lead us to make bad decisions. And so it's something I know we've brought up in the past that we hope to be for you all. Many of you have been great support to us as well, but having that partner, that person that can offer a different perspective, be there to lean on when you're not feeling as strong or as clear as you might ordinarily feel. Third, control is an illusion. Except for when it comes to ourselves. I care, I'm passionate, my colleagues are as well. That can lead to a lot of different places. A deep sense of disappointment when things don't go the way we hope them to, betrayal if someone doesn't reciprocate the same types of emotions or feelings, and just frustrations, again, that just like a market or a portfolio, it's not doing exactly what we want when we want it. What we can control, and hopefully have gotten a little bit better over those 10 years, as Anton Chekhov, a famous Russian playwright, said, it's during hard times that people come to understand how difficult it is to be a master of our feelings and our thoughts. But if we can better control those things, not only hopefully do we get better in our personal relationships, we're gonna get better as investors. Quickly segueing into expectations and where markets are at today, and again, highlighting some of those key things. From a preparation standpoint, you don't need the market to follow a certain path. You need to follow your plan. From control, you can't control the markets, but you certainly can control how you relate to them. Expectations today are bleak. Over 5 straight weeks now with investor sentiment, over 50% bearish. That's only happened twice in the history of the stock market in the modern era. Bank of America came out with some other interesting points. 6.3% of investors' accounts are in cash. That's the highest since 2001. And half of all investors are underweight equities and traditional equity exposure. What does all mean? Well, in one part, it's a big explanation to why the market has dropped over 25% year to date, peaking earlier this week, down. Only 1932 and 2009 saw a much bigger average than that, with 44 and 52% drawdowns. What happens next, though? Well, if you look at the common thing, your typical drawdown is about 30%. We're pretty close then to the bottom. The average is right around 25 for most of our modern recessions. What's key, though, is looking at that next 6 to 12 month average, which is up over 30%. Is that what's going to happen? No. Do I want to set that as your expectation and a premeditated disappointment or resentment? Absolutely not. But again, I think it's just so critical that when we're telling ourselves, oh, it's bad, it's never going to get better, history tells us something much different, that just about when it's its darkest, that dawn of a new market is around the corner. Pulling it together with the right plan for the business, for the accounts, for our community, we can get through it. For those of you who have been with us for 10 days, and certainly for those of you who have been with us for 10 years, thank you so much for being part of our community and this chance to serve you. It brings endless joy and purpose to my life, and I know the lives of my colleagues. This is a topic of conversation quite often. Look forward to seeing so many of you tonight. If you're not able to make it, Matt here will be making a great highlight video, I'm sure, and know that you'll definitely be in our thoughts. Thanks so much.